we have seen in detail the working of the different blocks of the overall control. Now let us go to the detailed modeling of the load frequency control. So when we talk about the load frequency control, it is basically the primary control which is available in a power plant. And in load frequency control, we know the background where the system load changes continuously and it is necessary to adjust the generation accordingly so that there is no power imbalance. And only if there is no power imbalance, the frequency variation will also be zero. And hence we need to control the power generation, and that's done by LFC, which is load frequency control. And this load frequency control, as mentioned earlier, is the basic control function in a power system. So let us first consider the effect of load frequency control in a single area system. So consider an isolated single area network. An isolated single area network is said to be an isolated generator which is not connected with any other generators, and they have their own control blocks, and that is supplying an independent load. Let us now analyze load frequency control of a single control area. We also call it as the single area system. So let us consider an isolated single control area, that is a control area or an area where we have generator and its associated controls that is supplying a load. So this generator or load is not connected with other generators. So let the initial load be PD naught and delta PD be the change in load. And the block diagram of the single area system is as follows. So as we could see here, we have first the speed controller or the speed changer input, and that along with the speed governor. So depending on the input of speed changer and the speed governor, so this is speed changer. So these are the blocks that we have already seen in that detailed overall block diagram. So this is the input this is the output of the speed changer, and this is the speed governor. So both speed governor and speed changer control the governor, right? So here you have the governing system, speed governing system, and the output of the speed governing system controls is given to the turbine, and the output of turbine is nothing but the value of power that it has to generate. Okay, so the output of turbine is compared with the demand or the load. Okay, so difference between generation and load. Okay, so that's here given to the power system network, and the power system network thereby produces a power, voltage, and power, right? So from that I could sense the frequency, and that frequency is fed to the speed governor. So this is the overall block diagram of block diagram representation where I use the transfer functions to represent every block. So earlier we have just seen the block diagram, the general block diagram. Here we have the transfer function of every block defined, and the rest is just the block diagram reduction technique.